Stay tuned for part 2 of Spartan TV's ECMA Red Carpet coverage.
We're here live at the East Coast Music Award Red Carpet.
Stay tuned for interviews with VIPs, special guests, and artists.
Hi, my name is Kelly McMichael. I am representing St. John's, Newfoundland.
Awesome, Kelly. So tell me, you've been involved in music for quite a long time. Who's been one of your biggest mentors going through all of this, and what is it kind of that they said that kind of almost stuck with you for the rest of your life?
I'd have to give a shout out to Reg from You, who goes by Regina Gently, awesome drag, dance, songwriter and dancer, drag performer. I used to play in Gentleman Reg with them, and I can't think of a specific line, but she just puts on an amazing performance, and I've learned my best moves from her. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So, what is your favorite Atlantic Canadian venue to play at?
Gotta be the ship, St. John's.
St. John's,
Yeah.
okay. And what is it about that? He's a newfie. What is it about that venue that you like so much, or memories that you've made there?
Just really fun times, really lovely people. It's not super large, but just a really cozy atmosphere, and still good sound for a small venue, and just amazing memories. Yeah.
What is it about that venue that you like so much, or memories that you've made there?
Just really fun times, really lovely people. It's not super large, but just a really cozy atmosphere, and still good sound for a small venue, and just amazing memories. Yeah.
So just one final question. If you could kind of go back to your high school self and give yourself some advice, take a time machine back, what would you tell your high school self?
Just trust it and keep being you and doing your thing.
We're Hillsburn, and we're from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
When did you know that music was going to become more than just a passion for you? When you were going to really make that a career?
I think for me it was when I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
I think for me too, early 20s probably.
Late 20s? Birth.
So, guys, being Atlantic Canadian musicians, what is your favorite Atlantic Canadian venue to play at?
Ooh. I don't know.
My mind is just blank. I can name one venue right now.
The Marquee.
In Halifax, the Marquee for sure.
The Marquee.
Yeah.
So why the Marquee out of all the venues?
Because it's a stand-up venue, so people can dance and be close to us, and that's like, especially for the last couple years, like we haven't really been able to experience that. So being able to play a stand-up show in a room that like has a nice vibe and everybody's comfy, like that's
Absolutely
the main thing.
And those,
Yeah.
So if you could, I guess, give advice to kind of someone who's just breaking into the music industry, just kind of taking their first steps, what would you tell them?
Be really careful who you associate with. Do your homework, ask around, ask a lot of questions before you kind of spend too much time getting too deep with anyone in particular. Yeah.
And again, trust your gut. Like if you have a bad feeling about somebody, maybe you're right.
Okay.
And even like don't just, even though you think you don't know anything, maybe you know more than you think.
Another advice too. The other thing I'd say is there are no silver bullets. You know, like it's really tempting to think, oh, if we just get this song on the radio, or we get a booking manager, or we need to get a booking agent or a manager. It's just not that simple. You know, you just got to put the work in and hope for the best. You don't ever know what might actually help.
Hi, I'm Mike Savage. I'm the mayor of Halifax, greatest city not in New Brunswick. That's where I'm from, that's what I do. Yeah, that's what I am. This is Ross Jefferson, who runs tourism in Halifax. And we're wearing Halifax artist shirts tonight, made by Donna Cannon.
Okay, awesome. Mike, so tell me, what is it about East Coast music that is so special?
Well, you know, I don't want to sort of overblow it or make it more than it seems, but it's the best music in the world. And it's real, it's honest, and it gets to the heart of all of it, and it's good, right? So we just love East Coast music.
What was a mentor you had growing up? What was something that they said that stuck with you for the rest of your life?
Me first, something that stuck. Holy lifting, what a tough question. I can't pick one mentor. I think there's been so many great people, you know, and I think when somebody speaks genuinely, speaks from the heart, I think my mother. I think it would be my mom. My mom gave me some great advice through some tough years, and that's probably it. What do you think?
For me, it's my parents too. They're well-known people back home, and the greatest advice I ever got was, don't lie, because then you have to remember what you said. I believe that. And the other thing I think is try to put yourself in the shoes of somebody else. Really try. Empathy and curiosity will get you a long ways in the world. So that's what I would tell people.
My name is Reuben Gilberts, and I'm from Hants County, Nova Scotia.
My name is Maisie Gilbert, and I'm also from Hants County, Nova Scotia.
Okay, Reuben Minzy, tell me, what was your favorite venue you've ever played at in Atlantic Canada?
That is a great question. We've been lucky enough to play at some pretty beautiful ones. One that comes to mind recently was the Halifax Convention Centre. We got to open for the great Jimmy Rankin, which was a super fun experience, and just being in that big room with a big stage and big lights and fog machines and stuff was a standout for me.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Another one that we really loved was the Lunenburg Opera House. That's a very special venue, like really intimate, really beautiful, just a really nice vibe.
That's awesome. So, guys, growing up, learning music, what was a mentor you had, and what was something that they said that really stuck with you for the rest of your life?
So growing up, we were lucky enough to be able to be a part of our school band programs, and so we had many great music teachers right from middle school all the way through high school, and I can't think of a specific quote, but just the constant encouragement just to keep doing what we do and keep playing and be involved in music in whatever way we can. So that really had a huge influence on our musical development.
And what is it about East Coast music that makes it East Coast music?
Oh, we're actually, we weren't born on the East Coast, we were born in the UK, but we grew up here, and so it's been great to feel like we have been enveloped
accepted into the community, and it really is all about the community. I think it's such a, it's a big area, but it's such a small, tight-knit community, and every time you meet someone, you already have 3 people in common, and it's a very accepting community, and I think that's kind of the biggest part of it.
My name is Rick Sparks, and we're from Prince Edward Island, Summerside, Prince Edward Island.
Thank you. And then what's your pre-performance ritual?
Pre-performance ritual?
Yeah.
Meditation, 3 deep breaths, and a prayer to Allah.
Yeah, meditation is important when going on stage. And what was your favorite venue you've ever played at?
We played the Cap in Fredericton a few times, and the crowd there is always really great. Victoria Playhouse in Victoria, Prince Edward Island is a great venue too. So yeah.
And then, who was your biggest mentor, and how did they impact you?
I think one of my university profs was probably my biggest mentor, Robert Moore. He's a professor at the University of New Brunswick in St. John. He's a wonderful poet, and he was just a great teacher, and he really sort of cultivated the whole. He just really valued creativity, and I think I really resonated with that.
Hi, my name is Virginia Fudge, and I'm from St. John's, Newfoundland.
What's your pre-performance ritual?
Find as much peace as possible.
Peace as possible? Kind of like meditation?
If there's time.
What's your favorite venue you've ever played at?
I'm going to say the Ship in St. John's, Newfoundland.
St. John's, Newfoundland? It's a nice place. And then, who is your biggest mentor, and how did they impact you?
Meg Warren, formerly of the band Repartee, who is now a solo water center producer, is 100% my mentor, will always be.
My name is Marty B, and I'm from Dieppe, New Brunswick.
If you could go back in time and think about a mentor that you had growing up and learning in music, what was something they told you that really resonated with you?
Actually, you know, some of my mentors are playing tonight. The group 1755, which is an Acadian group, and a very popular group. They're pioneers in the Acadian style of music. And Pierre Robichaud is one of the lead singers, and he always told me, you know, be kind, be humble, and be quick.
And why do you think Atlantic Canada has such rich music culture?
I think you combine Irish, Scottish, and Acadians together, you're going to end up with some amazing music, some amazing talent. It's a no-brainer for me. You know, there's so much talent here, and even the ones that are behind the scenes, like the session musicians and all those guys, the women that are working in the studios, we've got amazing talent, and we are lucky, and I'm grateful for you know, for being from here.
My name is Rosemary Lawton, and I'm from St. John's, Newfoundland.
Thank you. And then what's your pre-performance ritual?
My pre-performance ritual?
Yes.
Putting on a good show that I enjoy watching, like a classic, you know, Gilmore Girls or something like that.
Oh my God.
And just like really zen, usually just like doing my makeup or just sitting on the couch really comfy and just trying to be as chill as possible. Cause
I love Gilmore Girls so much.
Such a good show.
It is. And then what advice would you give your high school self?
Keep doing what you do and don't let anybody tell you to stop, because I know it's trying so hard to be cool and trying so hard to be in style or fit in, but if you have something that you're really passionate about and you love, don't let anybody tell you to stop.
Hey everybody, I'm Mallory Johnson and I'm from Newfoundland and Labrador.
What kind of legacy do you wish to leave on the music industry?
Oh wow. That's a big question. I mean, I've always loved storytelling. I hope that my stories can resonate with those who are listening to them. I hope that at the end of the day, people can find a piece of their story in my songs, because that's what music does. It unites all of us. So yeah,
Brings us together.
As
amazing.
cliche as that sounds.
Yeah. So if you could take a time machine and go back and talk to your high school self,
yes,
what advice would you give yourself?
I would say don't take the no so hard. In this industry, we hear no more than we hear yes. It's true, you need a strong backbone, and it makes the yeses more beautiful. For sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so can you think of like a mentor that you had kind of starting up, growing up, that said something that really resonated with you?
That said something, not particularly said something, but my mom is a huge mentor for me. My mom is a country music artist as well. I was in a family band, traditional Celtic music growing up, so having that kind of role model was so special, and yeah, that's why I'm doing this now.
My name is Alicia Toner, and I live in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, but I was born and raised in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
No way! Awesome!
Yes.
Okay, so tell me, before you get on that stage, before you go and perform, what is one of your pre-performance rituals that you do?
I always say my words to myself really fast in my head.
That's good. Get ready, get that going through your head.
Make sure I'm not going to forget anything.
Absolutely. So, if you could go back in time, take a time machine and talk to your high school self, give yourself some advice, what would that be? What would you say?
I would say probably that not to care so much about what other people think. I'd say some good advice, and just to keep following the path you want to follow.
Awesome. So thinking back to that high school, did you have a mentor growing up that said something that really resonated with you and sticks with you to this day?
My dad told me as I went off to college that you can't be perfect all the time. And yeah, that's been a huge influence on my life ever since.
Finally, what kind of lasting impact do you wish to leave on the music industry?
Wow. It's a serious question. Lasting impact. I think just I really hope that people connect with my music. That's really all I hope with. Like anything that I write, I hope somebody out there thinks that it's about them and really connects with it.
My name is T Thomason. I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
And I'm DenMother, and I'm from Fredericton, New Brunswick.
And what is your guys' pre-performance rituals?
Oh no. I feel like I'm interviewing you.
I can say that on
I don't know. My pre-performance ritual is probably to like avoid everyone, not talk to anyone, and just sit somewhere quiet and like focus and get ready to get amped. That's it, basically. Yeah. Do you?
I agree. I think it's the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
Just to kind of collect the energy to shoot it out.
Yeah.
And spout it out.
Calm before the storm is good. I like that.
Hi there, I'm Charlie Acorn. I'm from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Jason Spinny from the band Wichita down in the Annapolis Valley.
We are thrilled to be here in Fredericton for the 2022 East Coast Music Awards.
Awesome. Charlie, Jason, so before you get up on that stage, do you have any sort of pre-performance rituals that you do?
Oh, that's a great question. I mean,
we usually huddle up.
There's usually pre-game talk.
Yeah.
You know, we're always wanting to talk about the set. We're wanting to talk about, you know, what's the vibe of the audience. We're very superstitious about our guitars. So we're always tuning our guitars before the show starts. Because once the ball gets rolling, we get going.
And then there's no stopping us. Blow the roof off. Get ready. Here we come.
Hey, so as performers and musicians, what impacts do you wish to leave on the music industry?
Oh, that's a great question.
I would say don't be afraid.
Yeah, I would say go for it 100%. Give it your all. And a lot of times this industry, when you're giving it your all, it will give back to you.
The thing I would say is that we always tend to be hardest on ourselves. Forget everyone else that may want to be critical. They're never going to come close to as hard as you can be on yourself as an artist. So if you know that, then you can just go for it and don't be afraid. Just if you've got something that you think is cool that no one else is doing, go for it.
My name is Jen Auld. I'm the Vice President of TD Canada Trust in Atlantic Region.
Perfect. So, what's it like having the East Coast Music Awards right here in Fredericton, New Brunswick?
The East Coast Music Awards are incredible. There is so much talent on the East Coast, and to be able to profile that all over the world is outstanding. And so, I think for me, TD is thrilled to partner with music. We know music connects people, and there's really nothing more important right now in our communities than connection.
Absolutely. That connection goes miles and miles and miles. So what is it about Atlantic Canada that makes our performance and music culture so rich?
I think it's our people, and I think it's our talent. I think it's in the fabric of Atlantic Canada. I think it's in our culture. I think we just have incredibly talented people who enjoy connecting with others through music and sharing their talent.
So TD is very connected into the music industry. Why is TD so connected, I guess?
Yeah, exactly. And so for us, it really is a focus for us to build connection within our communities. We know it's important to people to feel connected, to feel a sense of community. And so we sponsor music across the country, small stages, big stages, and we've learned to sponsor virtual stages over the last couple of years too.
My name is King Sway, and I'm from Newfoundland and Labrador.
Amazing. What's your pre-performance ritual?
I usually listen to music in my headphones for like 30 minutes. I don't talk to anyone, drink my water, and just sit there and kind of meditate.
Meditate? Yeah. I mean, it's an important thing to do, right?
Yeah, you gotta calm down before you kind of get pumped up, you know?
Yeah. And what advice would you give your high school self?
Don't stop believing. Everyone you meet in the early stages is going to tell you that there's an impossible dream that you're chasing. And be proud of even the smallest achievements. I would think that's advice everyone needs to hear.
My name is Trevor Murphy, aka Sluice, and I live in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Awesome. So, Sluice, tell me, before you're getting ready to perform, getting ready to talk on stage, what, I guess, is your pre-performance ritual before you get up, before you do something?
Well, when you play these things, you only have a very short amount of time. Like, we have 2 showcases, so we have 30 minutes, and then another set that's 20 minutes. So we tend not to talk a lot. We get up on stage. We're kind of a pop punk band, so we just we want to play as many songs for the people in the room as possible. So 30 minutes, we're going to try and play 7 or 8 songs.
Okay, that's awesome. So if you could take a time machine, go back in time and talk to your high school self, what advice would you give?
Well, that is a very excellent question for me because our band is a French band. I went to high school at a French high school.
Oh, okay.
And when I was in high school, I didn't really understand why it was important to speak French. And I lost my ability to talk the language for a really long time, and only recently I've come back to it and then started this band and started singing songs and writing songs in French. And so I think if I could have the opportunity to go back and talk to when I was in high school, I was just learning how to play music. And I think if I could say, if you write songs in French right now, you're going to have a much different career. That's the advice I would give myself.
Well, indeed. So, félicitations on être bilingue. Just kind of one final question. Have you had any mentors throughout your life? What was something important that maybe one of them said? And like, how did it stick with you? What was something that like just stuck?
Well, I think my friends are a giant source of inspiration, and I've had a lot of professional mentors, but with this project specifically, it was my friends that really kind of pushed me into doing it because I didn't think I could. And I didn't think I had the right stuff to write songs in French and to perform them, and they were like, no, you can do it, and really kind of like pushed me into a place where I finally was ready to do it, and without them, I don't think I'd be here right now.
We're Botfly. We're nominated for Best Loud Recording of the Year. I'm Alex. This is Sean. It's Dwayne and Keegan from Halifax.
Okay, so I gotta ask you, before you guys get up on stage, before you guys perform, what's kind of like a pre-performance ritual or something that you guys do before you get up to get ready, get prepped?
Stretching.
You gotta stretch. You gotta get some of these in.
Yeah, big stretches.
You can't really do it in these, but you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so how long do the stretches go on for?
10 minutes. 10 minutes
10
at least.
minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a real stretch routine, eh?
We're getting old.
Oh my goodness, really.
Once you hit 25, you start falling real quick, man. You start falling real quick.
And you know what? But you need that though, because you guys just give it all when you guys are on stage.
Yeah.
So I guess if you guys could go back to your high school self, take a time machine, what would you say? What advice would you give?
Don't give up.
Listen to Don't Give Up
music.
Piss is stored in the balls.
And I think that's it.
No. Listen to Primus.
Listen to Primus. And yeah.
Don't listen to Primus.
Just don't give up.
Don't give up. Just keep going.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So guys, why do you think Atlantic Canada has such rich culture in their music?
Isolation. Yeah, isolation. We're a really tight-knit crew. Being at the end of Canada, even when you see tours come through Canada, people will announce a North American tour, and we've got 2 dates, Montreal, Toronto. So we hold it down out here. That's how we do it.
Hello, I'm Brad Reid from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
All right, and then Brad, what's your pre-performance ritual?
My pre-performance ritual probably involves having a little snack, maybe an hour or so before, not too much. Sometimes I like to wear an extra pair of socks. I find that it's really helpful for being comfortable on stage too, so I just find the right pair of socks.
What advice would you give your high school self?
I would say to my high school self, get to work a little bit sooner.
Yeah? Do you think you pursued music later and then in high school?
No, I was pretty much doing music since high school, but I did a whole bunch of different things, and it actually worked out for the best. I was a multi-instrumentalist. I worked in different kind of areas of music, and now kind of focusing it in a little bit. So I think it worked out all right. So all that experience kind of is useful.
What was your biggest mentor, and how did they impact you? I know, it's a tough question. You mentioned it the other day.
Yeah, maybe my early band teacher in grades 6 to 9. He used to come in. We used to come in early to jam on lunch break and before school, and he loaned me his record collection a few times, just take home and just learn all about music, kind of outside the classroom. So, yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was great to be a part of the ECMAs and talk to everybody who was on the red carpet.
As nerves sink in as they make their way to the award show, it was great to hear some honest answers from all the award nominees and other special guests. And a huge shout out to all of our sponsors who have helped us in Spartan TV along the way.